Good afternoon, Japan. Good afternoon, rest of the world. My name is Kaz. I'm a Japanese entrepreneur who recently moved to Singapore at the end of 2021. Today, I met one entrepreneur in Singapore, and actually I met him through one of the Kickstarter projects we did about last year called Flask. So his name is Keith, and I'm going to have a lunch meeting with Keith today, and then I'm going to have some sort of business chat here in this craft bar called Tan. If you are interested in today's video, let's get started. Alright guys, so today I'm welcoming the CEO of the Swans. He's an entrepreneur in Singapore, and it's my first time actually met him, but actually together with Keneeth through one of the crowdfunding project for Flask in Japan. So Ken, nice to meet you. Cheers. So Ken, you are born in Singapore. You're a Singaporean entrepreneur, right?
Yes, I'm born in Singapore and I studied in Singapore. So for my entire life, I'm in Singapore.
I see. How long you have been running your company?
We started since 2009, so that constitutes about more than 12 years.
12 years. Congratulations. Yeah, so he gave me as a gift today. So this is one of his new products. So one of my clients, Daisuke, is working on his brand. Nice product. Oh, nice.
It's a 2-in-1 travel mug.
2-in-1 travel mug. Nice. So you're working on this business for 12 years? Different kinds?
Different kinds. Actually, we started as a general corporate gifts company, which is something very general. We sell a lot of stuff like towels, keychains, t-shirts to corporates. And after that, we realized the importance of having our own brand. That's where we innovated this product. I think it's about in 2015.
2015, started.
We started this brand.
Yeah, this brand. It's another new bento box. In Japan, people use a lot of bento box. So I think you guys should consider by supporting this one brand in Japan from Singapore. I'm gonna start using this. Yeah, it has been about 60 days since I came to Singapore, and I really love the weather, and people are so nice here.
Welcome to Singapore.
Yeah. Why did you start your own company?
I started my company when I was still studying in university. I think one of the reasons I started my company is because I value innovation. I like a lot of branding and design. That's how I came about this product. So that's where we have a lot of creativity in designing the products and also do the branding. And over the years, we found a lot of patents. So I think that gives me a lot of satisfaction where we can actually innovate our own products.
I see. So you're originally a designer?
I'm an accountant.
Accountant. For us, from Japanese, Singapore is always like the country of the finance, or tax havens, or rich country.
Yeah.
What do you see about opening your own company in Singapore? Is there a lot of benefit?
I guess in a tax perspective, definitely we are one of the tax haven. We have one of the lowest corporate tax, and in terms of the politics, it's actually very stable. And especially for Singaporeans, we are actually bilingual. We can speak English, we can speak Chinese. So I guess doing business in Singapore is very stable, and we actually have a lot of influence by the Western values. And we also have like a very close relationship with China.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I strongly advocate if any Japanese company want to come to Singapore to do business, I think that would be a very, very good opportunity.
So what is the main Singapore business? More like finance or bank? What people do for living? Like people in general. I know you are an entrepreneur on e-commerce, but regular people in general in Singapore, what their main business?
I guess in a country perspective, that definitely would be the finance sector,
Finance
the
sector.
banking. That's where most of the revenues are generated in a company perspective.
Yeah, I see. I went to Marina Bay Sands area. There's so many DBS, HSBC, UOB. There's lots of core buildings. Most of them are banks, right?
Correct. But if you dive a bit deeper, there are a lot more MNCs doing manufacturing, pharmaceutical, and even consumer products where they set up a base in Singapore and they distribute into a lot of Southeast Asian countries.
I see. So right now the Singapore government is very stable.
We have always been very stable.
Yeah, Japan is not stable. So that's the reason why I kind of get out here.
Japan is a great country.
Have you been to Japan?
Just once.
Once?
Just
When did you come?
I went there in 2015. I met up with some Japanese distributors to try to promote my products to them.
Okay. So you went to Tokyo?
I went to Tokyo.
Yeah, I like Japan too. It's my home, so I hope Japan is going to strive as well. But, okay, so my channel has a lot of small business, a lot of people, individuals who want to start their own business. So what's the most challenge ever since you opened your company? What was the most difficult time and how did you solve that?
I guess there are a lot of challenges, but the greatest obstacles will be to cultivate innovative and creative culture for the company. Because being creative and innovative gives us a lot of competitive edge against our competitors. So the greatest challenge will be to cultivate that kind of innovating culture in the company.
Yeah, so I also went through a lot of different. Most of them are cash flow. Sometimes when you run the company, you have expense and income, so that I got always need to manage the finance. So that's kind of difficult part as well. But you also as a manufacturer, you have to pay to the factory. And you gotta get the sales.
So cash flow is always a problem, definitely for all companies. Managing cash flow, keeping the cost very, very lean, and to have a high profit margin. That actually, one of the contributing factors will be you need to have a very good branding and very innovative products. That's how companies thrive. And that's how we actually participated in a lot of crowdfunding campaigns.
I see. Yeah, so I'm engaged in crowdfunding business. I know you did with us with Makuake. So you also did a lot of crowdfunding, Kickstarter and Zozo, right? In Taiwan.
Yeah, we actually did a lot of crowdfunding campaigns in Taiwan, in Korea, in Japan, US.
Yeah. So you think the crowdfunding is a very effective marketing way?
Personally, I think crowdfunding is one of the very, very in thing. Because if you are trying to sell your products, for example, my kind of products, one of the traditional way would be selling to the departmental stores, or if not getting resellers in different countries. But the barrier entry would be usually all these departmental stores, they are being monopolized by a lot of big players. They have been around for 30-40 years, and there's no chance for a new company like us. So for crowdfunding, actually is a very, very good platform for early adopters, for companies who have very innovative products, although you are a new brand. It's actually a more level playing field for you to launch your product. Yeah, so I think it's a great opportunity.
So you're the specialist of crowdfunding in various countries, including US, Taiwan, Korea, and Japan. Do you feel the difference between the countries' crowdfunding?
Definitely, there are a lot of differences. One major differences will be the market size. Some countries like Taiwan, they tend to be more supportive towards crowdfunding. Whereas for countries like Korea and Japan, although the population are larger, but I think it takes a bit more time for the consumers to be more receptible towards crowdfunding.
Yeah, in Japan, like people like me, I know about crowdfunding, but if I ask my sister, you know Makuake, the regular consumer still don't know a lot about crowdfunding. It's coming, but still maybe need a couple more years.
Still need some time. But I think I guess that's really a good platform to start for a crowdfunding and eventually the mass market.
So what is your company's next 5 years goal? Just keep expanding your Swan brand?
That's a very, very good question. I think you are the first person who asked me this question.
Yeah.
I guess it can be categorized into 3 components. The first component is the employees. For the next 5 years, we are trying to have a very innovating and creative culture for the team to help the employees and the team to maximize their potential to enjoy their work. Because that's one of the very important components to constantly grow with the team. I think the second component will be the customers. To constantly increase the customer satisfaction by having great products, great complement products, great quality products, and constantly listen to the customers' needs to come out with better products. And the last part will be currently we are selling in more than 8 countries. So one of the KPI of the company will be to have more market penetration in more countries. And for the existing markets, we are trying to grow very aggressively in countries like Indonesia, Japan, and US. That's where we actually invested a lot of marketing. Then lastly will be, of course, to have more products complement. That's something very important for the company.
How many employees do you have in your company?
There are about 22 of us.
22. That's quite great size.
It's actually a bit lean, but everyone enjoys their work, and there's definitely an opportunity for everyone to grow the company.
And then after crowdfunding, so in South Asia, you guys use a lot of Lazada or Shopee to sell the product?
Yes. The way we sell our products will be we will start from crowdfunding, where whenever we have new launch, and after the crowdfunding we will launch in the mass market like maybe the departmental stores like Takashimaya, Isetan, and also definitely
even in Singapore.
In Singapore. So we are selling a lot of retail channels, and some of the mass market platforms will be selling to resellers, like maybe for example, some of the shops where they sell household products, and also definitely will be the Lazada, Shopee, Amazon. That's definitely one of the very important channels.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, thanks for your tips. Yeah, I think Singapore corporate tax is so cheap.
Yeah, it's actually the lowest in Asia, I would say.
So you can have a lot of the net profit when you left in the company.
I hope so.
Alright, thank you guys. So today I welcome Mr. Keneeth. So he has a lot of innovative products. So I'm gonna introduce this brand a lot more later on in my channel. But yeah, Keneeth, thanks for coming. So let's continue to drink.
Thank you very much.